In this video, we are discussing about SAP MM Procurement. Types of basic procurement. So there are two types of basic procurement. Procurement for stock versus consumption and external versus internal procurement. So procurement for stock versus consumption. Procurement for stock. A stock material is a material that is kept in stock, and these materials are kept in stock once received from the vendor. The stock of this material keeps on increasing or decreasing based on the amount of quantity received or issued. To order a material for stock, the material must have a master record within the system. Procurement for direct consumption. When the procurement is for direct consumption, it will be consumed as soon as it is received, and the user should specify the consumption purpose. To order a material for consumption, the material may have a master record within the system. External versus internal procurement. External procurement. It is the process of procuring goods or services from external vendors. And there are three basic forms of external procurement, generally supported by the purchasing component of the IT system. One-time orders are generally used for material and services that are ordered irregularly. Longer-term contracts with subsequent issue of release orders for materials that are being ordered regularly and in large quantities. We can negotiate deal with the vendor seller for pricing or conditions and record them in a contract. In a contract, we also specify the validity date. Longer-term scheduling agreements and delivery schedules. Material is ordered on everyday basis and is to be delivered according to an exact time schedule. Then you set up a scheduling agreement. Internal procurement. Large corporate organizations may own multiple separate business or companies, and internal procurement is a process of getting material and services from among identical company. So each of these companies maintains a complete bookkeeping system with a separate balance, profit and loss statement, so that when trade occurs between them, it will be recorded. Special procurement. Special stocks are the stocks that are managed differently, as these stocks do not belong to the company, and special stocks are kept at some particular location. Special procurement and special stock types are divided into the categories. Consignment stocks are those material that is available at our store premises. However, it still belongs to the vendor seller of the material, and if you utilize the material from consignment stocks, then you have to pay the vendor. Third-party processing. In third-party processing, a company passes on a sales order to the associate external vendor seller who sends the good directly to the customer. The sales order is not processed by the company but by the vendor seller. And third-party items can be entered in purchase requisitions, purchase orders, and sales orders. Pipeline handling. In pipeline handling, the company need not order or store the material involved. It is obtainable as and when required via a pipeline, for example, oil or water, or another style of cable such as electricity. And the material that is consumed is settled with the vendor seller on a regular basis. Returnable transport stock. The company orders goods from a vendor seller, and the goods are delivered with returnable transport packing, pallets, containers that belongs to the vendor seller and is stored at the customer premises until they return it to the subcontracting. The vendor subcontractor receives components from the ordering party with the help of which it produces a product. The product is ordered by your company through a purchase order, and the components required by the vendor seller to manufacture ordered product are listed in the purchase order and provided to the subcontractor. Stock transfer using stock transport order. Goods are procured and supplied within a company, and one plant orders the goods internally from another plant, receiving plant or receiving plant. And the goods are procured with a special type of purchase order, the stock transport order. And you will be able to request and monitor the transfer of goods with a stock transport order. So this was a brief discussion on SAP MM Procurement, and we will be discussing more on SAP MM in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.